Act 1, Chapter 3, Ucaedeia, Home of Origin. The first thing Tashiera noticed was the absence of pain, not numbness, something deeper. A silence, as if her body had been rewired from the inside out. She opened her eyes to a ceiling that pulsed with gentle blue light. The walls were not walls, but transparent layers of energy, shifting with floating geometric symbols she couldn't name. Cool air hummed with a strange kind of music, like a chorus of machines dreaming in unison. She sat up too fast. A wave of dizziness set in. Her memories chased her like shadows. Farah's blood, Jack's falling body, fire. Tashier's hands trembled. Jack! The name caught in her throat. Then she heard footsteps, soft, deliberate. A tall, light-skinned woman with a defined physique entered, robes made of woven silver threads. Her eyes were striking intensely with an Egyptian gold hue, and her wavy bronze hair was short, stopping at her neck. Hello, I am Elder Gaia, and you're safe now, Tashier, the woman said, with a voice like rivers flowing under stone. Tashier flinched. How do you know my name? Elder Gaia moved closer, placing a hand on a translucent console. Because you were born here, in Ucaedeia. The room responded to her voice. Symbols blinked. The air shifted. No, Tashier whispered. That's not possible. I'm from Terra 3. I was born in the South District. My mother, Carla, Gertrude's daughter, was a carrier, Gaia interrupted gently. One who agreed to protect you until your instinct awakened in which someone would retrieve you and return you to Ucaedeia. Unfortunately, Carla was killed by rogue scouts and Gertrude agreed to watch over you in her place, not knowing much of the details. Tashier's eyes burned. You don't understand. Jack, he's still there. I need to go back. You will, but not as you are. Not without knowing who you truly are, and not without training. He's going to die. I don't care about training. He's like a brother to me. We need to save him. The room dimmed slightly. You've awakened an instinct, Gaia continued, but your connection is unstable, and if you remained in Terra 3 with a damaged limiter, the Grand Elders would have sent people after you, resulting in your imprisonment. This is the best outcome for the current situation, I'm afraid. What is a limiter, and how is mine damaged? A limiter is a type of nanotechnology injected or consumed into the bloodstream. It limits the output of a person's instinct abilities, and yours was damaged because the surge of emotions you experienced overrode the outdated technology placed within you at birth. But I don't have time. What if Syl kills Jack? Can't you just bring him here with me at least? Tashier exclaimed, adjusting herself to get out of the bed. The only people allowed to escort other humans from Terra 3 are scouts. Scouting humans is a tedious process, and the remaining scouts have already chosen their students from Terra 3. They have already returned, and the other scouts who could save Jack have gone rogue. I myself am no longer a scout and have broken many laws by retrieving you. I cannot bring Jack here. It would cause you and I a lot of problems, but you can when you become a scout. I've already taken measures to keep him alive until then, which is all I can do, unfortunately. This will buy you enough time while you complete your scout training. Time passes faster here than in Terra 3. It's imperative you learn how to control your instinct. If you misuse it again, you could collapse your spirit, which would result in your death. Elder Gaia sighed as a sort of sorrow filled her eyes, and she dropped her gaze away from Tashier's. What is Ucaedeia? I've never heard of it from Mama Matia. That is complicated to explain and you will learn in time, but I will try to give you a simplified version. Ucaedeia is a parallel world to Terra 3, and you are currently in the realm of Naj, the School of Technology. A parallel world. I told you it was complicated, but as I said, you will learn in time through schooling. I know this is all very sudden, and I apologize for having to tear you away from the life you have grown accustomed to. I take full responsibility. Tashiera wanted to ask more questions, but her mind was focused on the quickest route to get back to Terra 3, and there seemed to be no way to escape the situation at hand. For now, all she could do is comply and trust the woman in front of her, though she would do so begrudgingly. When can I start learning so I can go back to Terra 3? Gaia smiled. I thought you'd never ask. For now, let me introduce you to a couple of people that will be the beginning of that process. I too want you to be able to accomplish whatever your heart desires. Elder Gaia waved a hand, and two new figures entered through a shimmering archway in the room. One average height and slender, everything about her was black, from her lipstick and choker to her short hair flowing out of her hood. Obsidian jewels hanging from her gold necklace, flowing down her chest. It all seemed to blend together almost indistinguishable, save for her silver eyes, glowing like a wild animal. A black and burgundy dress covered the rest of her body, hiding her feet. She had soft brown skin and looked to be in her mid-20s. The other was shorter, lean. Her complexion was like coffee with too much cream. Her hair, almost like peanut butter with blonde highlights, was braided in a long ponytail down her back. She wore a blue jean jacket adorned with beige fur on the collar and sleeves, accompanied by a black V-neck shirt underneath the jacket with blue jean pants and dark brown fur boots. The girl also had a feature about her which caught Tashiera off guard. Two big furry ears sat on top of her head, even though she also had ears of a normal human. The girl looked to be around the same age as Tashiera, who was 11. Her hazel eyes seemed to glow yellow, and she had a smirk on her face suggesting trouble. Tashiera, this is Maria, Elder Gaia said, pointing at the woman in black. Your instructor. Maria offered a nod, sharp, efficient. And this young lady is Demina. She will be your partner. Demina raised a brow. So, Tashiera, you're the firecracker Elder Gaia pulled out of the alley. It's nice to finally meet you. At first, Tashiera said nothing, but the big pair of furry ears on the young girl was too intriguing to ignore. What the hell? Your ears are... Yes, I know this is your first time seeing a humanoid beast. There are many different humans in Ucaedeia with various instincts that give them unique appearances, such as your ability to shift your body into the element of fire. But that is your instructor's job, Maria, to explain. Elder Gaia interjected, letting out a slight breath of laughter. Tashiera had almost forgotten what she did to the men in the alley, though the memory was foggy in her mind. She had to take a deep breath as the information was becoming overwhelming. But something inside her, some intuition, caused her emotions to settle. Though not completely dropping her guard, she now had a plan, and some part of her couldn't help but to be curious. Although slightly ashamed of this curiosity because she felt like she was abandoning Jack, she had to admit to herself she did want to know more.